Hi, Paul Sakis, Good News Planet. We're going to talk about a survey that sheds light on emotional burden and loss of independence impacting those with a leading cause of blindness, okay? Geographic atrophy, or GA, is an advanced form of age-related macular degeneration. We have on the line with us Dr. Nancy Holkamp. Hi, Doctor. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me on your show today.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on. So you're the Director of Retina Services at the People's Vision Institute in Missouri. What is this geographic atrophy, or GA?
Geographic atrophy, or GA, is an advanced form of age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, that is a global health problem. It affects 5 million people worldwide, including more than 1 million people in the United States. And this is a progressive disease of the center of vision, the fine vision that we all depend on for things such as reading and driving. And so you can see this progressive disease can have a huge impact on not only independence, but quality of life for affected individuals.
That sure sounded like a lot here in America. We only have 350 million people, and there's 8 billion out there. Is there something going on here in America that's causing more concern?
Well, age-related macular degeneration is, of course, related to age, but it also has a genetic underpinning. So it is an inherited disease. Tends to run in families, and the genes that lead to age-related macular degeneration and GA are found most often in the Caucasian gene pool. And so that's why we have a significant amount of GA and age-related macular degeneration in the United States compared to the overall population.
So what should people do to make sure that they don't get this, or once you do have this problem, is there something that can be done?
Well, the American Academy of Ophthalmology recommends that everyone over the age of 50 have a yearly comprehensive eye exam, because that's when all the age-related diseases, including GA, show up and can be diagnosed. And so I would encourage everyone over 50 to have an eye exam, because your best information about eye health in general, but your particular eye conditions, comes from your eye doctor.
So I just went through cataract surgery on both eyes, and successfully, except last night between this little bit of feathering that happens, and last night I looked at a light, and then I had some prisming, but that's first time I've sort of had a concern. But you mentioned something about genes. I don't think I took any kind of a gene test, and boy, they had me doing lots of tests prior to the cataract surgery. Is that something that doctors should be doing, or is that something that they are doing that I don't know?
Well, the best way to diagnose geographic atrophy, or AMD, is with a comprehensive eye exam, where your eye doctor dilates the pupil and then uses special equipment to closely examine the retina, and specifically the macula. Macula is just a fancy word for the center of the retina, which corresponds to the center of vision. And geographic atrophy is where the cells in the macula atrophy or die with age. And so we don't rely on genetic tests. We really rely on a comprehensive eye exam for making this diagnosis.
Now, is there some kind of misconceptions about aging and the loss of sight?
Well, many people think that loss of vision is just a part of getting older. And in fact, that was one of the key takeaways from a recent survey of patients with geographic atrophy. This survey was called the GAINS survey. It was the Geographic Atrophy Insight Survey conducted by the Harris Poll and sponsored by Apellis Pharmaceuticals who I'm here on behalf of today. And what this survey found was that 3 out of 4 patients with GA thought it was just part of the aging process prior to their proper diagnosis. So as a retina specialist, I can tell you that I have patients in their 80s and 90s with 20/20 vision, and that everybody should have good vision. And if you feel that your vision is declining or getting worse, it's so important to see your eye doctor and have a full eye exam so that any eye condition, including GA, could be diagnosed properly and early.
So what do you call a full eye exam? As I say, the kinds of things that the types of machines that they had was much different than when I go to a regular, a regular optometrist or one that's in a eyeglass facility, right? For the cataract, I was looking at, through something moving, this moving depth and all kinds of different machines. Can this be discovered through just a real close look into your eye with a light and so on and so forth? Or does it need more sophistication to realize whether this is going to be something you have?
Well, that's a great question. Age-related macular degeneration, including this advanced form GA, can be detected just by looking in the eye. And your primary eye healthcare provider, whether it's an optometrist, ophthalmologist, or a specialist like me, a retina specialist, all of us are capable of just taking a look, and we have the training to be able to make this diagnosis just by looking. Now, if we were to find geographic atrophy, there may be additional tests that are indicated, but really a comprehensive eye exam that includes dilation is the best way to determine whether or not you have geographic atrophy.
Is there any other takeaways from this survey that you'd like to share with us?
Sure. The survey really reinforces the need for broader GA-specific education. This is part of a public awareness campaign because it's such a significant disease for so many Americans that affect not only them, but their family members, their loved ones, and their caregivers.
Great. Doctor, thank you very much. I appreciate the knowledge. Eyes are so important for people, by far, as we all know. And this is a lot of wisdom you're sharing. Thank you.
Well, thank you.